Oh, YouTube, YouTube, YouTube. You know, I might have to stream live tonight. I have been wanting to see if my new phone plus my new entire net can successfully stream using Streamlabs, which I recently realized was trying to stream all my shit in 1080p. And as a result of that use of profanity, this video went from kid-friendly to non-kid-friendly. I wouldn't say a lot of my videos are non-kid friendly, profanity aside. It's not like I talk too much about anything that would be inappropriate for a kid to hear. Of course, if you're a liberal, any conservative view your kids hear, could ruin them for life. But I'm not making this video to talk about left-right politics. Politics is a lot deeper than left-right. So, I'm making this video to let YouTube know. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, YouTube. Need 1,000 subscribers so I can stream from YouTube mobile. Now, Streamlabs is not a terrible app, but it'd be a billion times easier to just stream straight from YouTube. So, to a certain extent, I'm focusing on volume over quality, and I don't really like admitting that, but 3 short 3-minute videos tends to get you more viewers and subscribers than 1 longer 10-minute video. I used to, if any of you have been with my channel for a while, you might know that I used to do like really long, 15, 20, 25-minute videos. So yeah, I'm trying to push my channel, push my channel a little bit, since I haven't, when I was living in the car, obviously, trying to upload videos, find an internet connection that's not slow as shit. You go to the library and it's fast if you're the only one there, but when 20 people show up, try to share a T1 line, it's not happening, right? So, just got finished with a 9 hours and change shift today. Didn't really want it to be that long, but I was working on a piece at work, and the piece that I was working on it on a machine, and the machine has to get calibrated, or I have to do like adjustments on the machine it's kind of complicated to explain without telling you the machine that I work on, but basically every certain amount of time we have to do some stuff with the machine to make sure it's running correctly. And if I didn't finish the part tonight, the next person who also runs that machine with me would have to take the part out, dick with the machine a little bit, and then put the part back in. So essentially, me leaving before I finished what I was working on tonight would have cost the company about 3 to 4 hours of production loss. Now, it's not the cost so much as the time. You can get the money, but the cost is what really gets you. And since I happen to like the coworker who works on the machine with me, he taught me how to use it, and I basically owe my current pay rate and my house and several other things to him. I decided I'd just suck it up and stay late, and I haven't been working a lot of full 10-hour shifts recently. We got off 12s. I haven't worked over 8 hours on a Saturday in a while, so I didn't feel too guilty about it. I wasn't too bent up out of shape over staying late. It's just, and my house is probably 80 degrees on the inside anyway, so I will say that is the nice thing about work, is that all of your basic needs are sort of met. Food, air, water, bathroom, shower, entertainment's not much, but I think we're going to be getting a new guest Wi-Fi system, which will be cool. Because our old Wi-Fi had a security issue. At least that's what the security consultant told the company, so. Well, what's going on in the life of LA Prepper? If you're watching the channel, you know that I bought a house. And when people say they bought a house, what they really mean is they just signed off 20 years of their life into being a debt slave. Now, there's a relatively minor difference between paying rent at an apartment and being a debt slave. If you stop paying your rent, you get kicked out and you're not short any money. If you stop paying your mortgage for too long, you lose your house, you lose the down payment, you lose any equity you had. But if you didn't put a lot down, and if you didn't have any equity, you're not losing that much. You know, a few $1,000, right? 10,000, 15,000 bucks. The house has been a lot of work almost every single day. I'm painting and plastering, trying to get the extra unit livable. And livable by my standards is slightly higher than I think I need to go, so I'm trying to not go overkill. Right now I'm sort of on the fence about whether or not I want to tear out or remove the toilet and the vanity from the guest bathroom, or the extra unit bathroom, I should say. I need to do a little tile repair, and I don't need to take the toilet out for that, but vanities are relatively inexpensive, and although I think I can save it, I don't know. There's not really a lot to gain for me trying to put a new vanity in. The one that's in there is not in terrible condition, and the one that I would buy is not much nicer than the one that's in there anyways. Gotta do a little tile work. I gotta figure out why when I flush the toilet, the water comes out the shower, which is probably either because it's clogged or because it's a really shitty, non-conforming sewer installation from the unit to the main line. There's a lot of things that are not quite kosher about this house, and I knew that going into it, and it's not the end of the world. To use an expression that I'm not terribly fond of, it is what it is. I think that expression has kind of a defeatist aura to it, which is why I'm not the biggest fan of it. But in this case, I think it's apt. I came kind of close to buying a Chinese CSC TT250, but decided that since the coronavirus thing, we were like kind of just getting lockdown orders like a month or so ago when I thought about it. So I'm holding off on the bike, and then I filed taxes, and I owe Uncle Sam a few $1,000 for some taxes, and I haven't got the unit rented, so I'm like, well, maybe I should be a little bit more financially cautious and get the unit rented, get the tax situation taken care of. Get a few months, sorry, I'm freaking tired. Get a few months of savings, nest egg, which I sort of depleted paying my folks back because they helped me out with the down payment and closing costs because of seasoning and all this other stuff that nobody really cares about. But yeah, just been working on the house. I sort of get up and it's like, oh, time to work on the house. And then I jam for a couple hours and then, oh, time to go to work. Then I come home and it's, oh, time to dick around on the internet for an hour and try to relax and drink a beer and then go to bed. And then you wake up and, oh, rinse and repeat. Like a not so unpleasant version of Groundhog Day. That's what life tends to be like, which, when you think about it, is not the worst thing in the world. Humans do like repetitiveness and such, take comfort in routine. The one thing I'll say about that is, being a cheapskate tends to not really be worth it in the long run. Like say, take a sofa, for example. I need a couch. I don't want to buy a new couch because they're like $1,000, but I don't want to get a shitty, nasty couch because you see it every time you walk in the door. It's one of the first things you see is the couch, living room. So for things that you see every day, that you use every day, that when you need them, it's nice to have something that's of some modicum of quality. If your friend's staying over and they want to sleep on the couch, it's nice not to buy the cheapest thing in the world. So I'm such a difficult person when it comes to buying stuff because I want to research it and be ready and feel good about, dropping $400 on a used couch. And how am I going to move it, and do I have to rent a trailer? Just like, sometimes these purchases become kind of an ordeal. It's a little bit of a headache. I can really understand why when a furniture place offers, free financing, not free financing, but like no interest financing, free delivery, it's really tempting to spend several $100s more, get delivery, and it's there. You don't have to break your back. You get something that's brand new. There's no fleas or ticks or bed bugs or anything nasty, cat hair, dander. Buying new stuff is nice, but it is expensive. So the difference between the stuff that I want for my house, like a desk, couch, TV stand, fridge, stove, the difference between new and slightly used on Craigslist, it's probably about 100% difference, maybe even 200%. So used stove, shit, it's probably even more, because I can get a used stove for $100 and a brand new one's like $500. So on the appliance side, it's a little further away, because a used fridge is like $100, $200, and a brand new fridge is like $800. So I'd basically pay about 4 times more for something new than something used. And would it last 4 times longer? Maybe. Would it use 4 times less electricity? No. Would I enjoy it 4 times more? No. Would it impress any of my friends 4 times more? Not really. So at the end of the day, other than delivery for me, and the fact that new stuff looks a little bit nicer, it's really not worth it, I don't think. New stuff can be nice sometimes, new clothes, some products you don't want to use that are used, like nobody wants a used tube of toothpaste, but oh my gosh, a taco truck right here. I have a sandwich in my car, which is not quite as exciting as taco trucks. I am surrounded. I live a little south of downtown LA, and I am in the street food mecca, specifically the Mexican street food mecca, and I love Mexican food, so it's kind of cool for me. I really haven't had a lot of chance to explore too much because, coronavirus. I work every other Saturday. I'm working on the house, but maybe one of these days I'll give one of these local street vendors a shout out. In fact, some of these street vendors have more Instagram followers than I do, which wouldn't be hard because I think I have like 10 Instagram followers on my LA prepping Instagram, which I loathe so much, anything social media related, because it's just so much time and energy. You're sitting at the brewery taking pictures of your beers. You feel like kind of a goober. You're like, wow, am I really taking pictures of my food just so I can share it with my friends? But that's what people do. Anyways, I am home, YouTube, and I don't want to talk to you anymore. We'll catch you later, YouTube. Stay safe, stay ready, keep your cars and all that other shit running better than I do, and keep prepping.